Hello and welcome, it's Bio here. So, uh, I tried to stream this game last night, and I don't even remember what I said I was gonna say on this one. When I did the UFC 5 video. Um, but, however, I was trying to do this game last night, but I just ended up being too tired, and I just ended it, deleted it, and figured I'll just do it in the morning and uh, or either in the morning or you know in the afternoon. So it is the afternoon a little bit, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah. I believe one of the things that I wanted to say was that if you do want to get any sports games, go with the newest ones. Especially if you're on like PS5 or Series X, go with like 25 and newer. Now, I don't know about Madden NFL 26. However, I did see like a review on it and 25, and I thought 25 looked way more believable, way more realistic. Uh, the list kind of goes on. Now, uh, I think I do remember one thing I wanted to mention too. Another thing, actually. Uh, so, with what I was explaining to you guys yesterday on UFC 5, about how like you can actually fight, you know, 3 to 5 rounds and actually do it in real time in 5 minutes each, and not have to just constantly either lose or win the very first round every time, like all the previous UFC games kind of were. And I like the fact that not every single person you're trying to fight is sitting there trying to take you to the ground and wrestle you, because I know Dana White would sit there and probably argue, but the thing is it's called UFC, right? Ultimate Fighting Championship, right? So if you're on the ground wrestling the whole time, where's the fighting part? You see what I'm saying? So with the way they got UFC 5 is like, yeah, they'll take you to the ground sometimes, but it's not like all the time. Now, there's also the fact that uh, it looks way better than obviously the previous UFC games. I wanted to show you guys something on here real quick. So from last night, I could still hear the music, but it was coming out of apparently the stadium speakers. But it kind of sucks because they need to have a streamer mode for this game, like really, really badly. Because if you look where I had to turn down stadium speakers, it also states that it scales the volume of the PA announcer, the referee penalties, and then the stadium music, and then other sounds that would coming out of the stadium speaker. So I have to turn that down because otherwise, the whole copyright issue. So it's like you expect people not to stream Madden? Am I missing something here? Because that's right here. I mean, the music part, if I turn it all the way off, it should have turned the music off on the stadium speakers too. I mean, I get why they didn't have it that way, but at the same time, they should have it set up as music, and then stadium speaker music, and then stadium speakers. I mean, if you're not going to give a streamer mode option, that's how it should have been set up. Because they got like Eminem and all these other people friggin', so it's definitely copyright. So I have to turn that off, and I have to turn the music off. Music, obvious reasons, but this one, it kind of don't make sense why you would have to turn that off, because of the fact that they should have the music separated from it, so you could turn it off or have a, streamer mode. But no, they just don't seem to have it. Um, Now, Madden 25 on PS5, I've never seen clothes get dirtier on a football game than this one. And if I have, you're talking about it's an old one. It's older. It's not like, Madden 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, even 25 on last gen at least. Now, I don't know if Madden 24, if the clothes get as dirty as they do on this one or not, but I know that there's people on YouTube that are sitting there saying some bull crap like, Madden 25 is just a Madden 24. It just looks a little bit better. And that's it. It's like, no, that's not true. That's not even remotely true. Because when on PS4, as an example, and I've tested this myself, Madden 24, if you do not do any updates and you install it, they plank a lot. So every time people get tackled or sacked or whatever, they're just freaking planking. So there's a lot of, they're just kind of falling over. Like they're planking, but they're like falling over that way too. And it's just like, almost kind of reminds you of like Madden 17. Whenever they did that crap on there, and it's like, no. That ain't right. But Madden 25, however, even without the update, mind you, does not do that. So Madden 25 is a lot better. Now, if you are on the last gen, I would recommend getting Madden 25 because, well, there's a few reasons. One, it's the last Madden game that they put on PS4 or Xbox One. And two, it's probably the best performing one without any updates. So for PS4 owners, it's definitely going to be the better one to get because a lot of the previous ones had actual performance problems or didn't have as much detail to it. What I mean by detail is, as an example, when you're when all the people are on a football field, all the players are there. On Madden 25, when they're walking around, they're flexing their arms and stuff, you actually see their actual arms flex like muscles, like in real life. And then there's also the clothes get decently dirty. Not as dirty as like the next gen, version of it, obviously, but they still probably get dirtier than a lot of the other Maddens. And yeah, I mean, it's just all around really good, even on the PS4 and Xbox One. But the thing is you go on here and look at like a bunch of the reviews on like Madden 25. It's like, a lot of them that just ain't that good. And then there's a lot of people, I guess it didn't have like as many, I guess the sales on Madden 25 wasn't as high as even the previous years, which is kind of confusing because it's like the one time people decide to not buy it is when it starts getting good. And that's like, what? And, Madden 25 is really good, especially on the next-gen system. Like, it's way better than the PS4 version. But the thing is the PS4 version is still a great Madden 25. I mean, it's still a great Madden game. It really is. If you don't want to go to next-gen, fine. Make sure to get Madden 25 on PS4. Because I'm telling you right now, best one there is on there. Not going to get any better ones. And, something that I think bothers me about a lot of people, they'll go online, they'll go to like Google or something, type in a question, and they believe every time what it says. Google is so far off on the actual truth, it's not even right. And they don't just do it like on games. They do it on everything in life. People just go on there and Google it, and then it's like, like, wait a minute. You don't know how to look for the actual information, do you? Because every time this is what starts arguments and fights, is when people go online, they Google something, see, this is what it says, this is the truth. No, it ain't. You believe everything you see online, and you shouldn't, because guess what? There's a lot of information, and there's a lot of misinformation. But a lot of people tend to look at the misinformation over the actual information, which messes things up. Now, and that's including games. It really is. So, you know, but, I mean, this is one reason why I do testing, like my own actual testing. Here's an example. Like Grand Theft Auto 5. Can you play it offline? Does it have the screen kill effects option where you can turn it on or off on the PS5 version? Here. Let's see what it says online here. Let's just Google it real quick. Because I got a funny feeling it'll say yeah, but that's only because, well, Grand Theft Auto 5's always been sort of an offline thing, so... Okay, Google. Let's see. Is... yeah. See, right here. It contradicts itself, okay? So, I put in, like, is Grand Theft Auto 5 playable without an internet connection on PS5, and can I install the game without internet? Yes, Grand Theft Auto 5, GTA 5, can be installed and played offline on a PS5, allowing you to access the single-player story mode without an internet connection. And once it's fully installed, you will need an internet connection to initially install the game, download any necessary mandatory updates, and to activate the game on your console through your PlayStation Network account. Well, that's a lie. You want to know how I know it's a lie? Well, because I turned off my internet, I plugged in the game, I installed it, and guess what I did? I played the game. So there is no initial internet connection required for it. Huh. But you know what people will try to say if they read this? They'll try to fight and argue with you. Well, yeah, it is, but you have to initially have internet connection. No, you don't. I've already tested it myself. Now, let's see if... Okay, let's see what this says. Okay, so here's the thing. I typed in, does Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS5 have the screen kill effect option without the game being updated? And then, here's what it says. Yes, Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation 5 has a configurable screen kill effect option in its settings menu, allowing players to disable or enable it regardless whether the game has been updated or is a specific version. This this setting can be found within the game's options or graphics settings where it might be labeled as kill indicator or kill effect and allow for visual customization of the screen response when an enemy is killed. Now, here's the problem with this. Okay, so I set this to PlayStation 5, right? And it says, the beginning, PlayStation 5. Okay, but then it says, regardless of whether the game has been updated, okay, or is a specific version. There's only one version of Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation 5, okay? That means that they're talking about like the PS4 version and so on. Now that's a problem because it's misinformation. Why? Well, because you have to update the game to get that setting the screen kill effect setting, to turn it off, you have to update the game on PS4 and Xbox One before it gives you that setting. If you do not, you do not have that setting. And the way, from what this is saying, it's already there even without the update, which that means they are lying. Because, like I said, you can't say is a specific version if, there's only one version of the game. Grand Theft Auto 5. And the only other versions are on like PS4 and Xbox One, because on Xbox One and PS4 you do have a couple different versions of the game, but it's still the same version of the game. Now, to explain that is on PS4, like say you go to your local Walmart as an example, they probably have it. You'll see Grand Theft Auto 5 Premium Edition, and it comes with like a code for your online stuff. Well, here's the thing. So, when you do that, that's a version of the game, but it's still the base version of the game. It just comes with a code for the extra crap. Or you could buy the regular version of the game, which is still the regular version of the game. But the thing is the only other, because it says, or is a specific version. Again, on PlayStation 5 and Series X, there's only one version of Grand Theft Auto 5. There is no other versions. There's one version, Grand Theft Auto 5. That's it. Now, but it says regardless of whether the game has been updated or is a specific version. Now, again, on PS5, the setting is there even if you don't have the game updated. So if you don't have internet, you install the game, the setting is there. Now, the reason why that setting matters to a lot of us, because most people might be like, why does it matter? Okay, well, here's the thing. A lot of people have a history of seizures, and turning off that setting can be very helpful because every time you do kill somebody on Grand Theft Auto 5, it's constantly flashing. So imagine if you have a room full of people and you have to go in there and each one you kill, flash, 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 flash. See my point? It's the whole screen, not just, bits and pieces of the screen. It's the whole screen. Now, some people just don't like the setting at all. And they want to turn it off, right? Well, the thing is you can't turn it off on a PS4 or Xbox One unless you update the game. And according to this, which is Google, it says yes, but then it says no. So it doesn't make any sense. So a lot of people, when they Google something, it'll say yes and no on the same freaking question, essentially. Because, well, I don't know about you, but they say yes at first, but then they turn around and go, regardless of whether the game has been updated or is a specific version. Well, when you say specific version, you're talking about on other consoles, obviously. Because PS5 and Series X have one version of GTA 5. And PS4 and Xbox One, I believe there's only two versions, and it's the same version of the game itself. It's just one comes with a code that you can get crap for online, and the other one don't. So, you see my point here? And then, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But you can, so you're not getting a straight up definitive answer. So a lot of people will look at it and be like, okay, so what is it then? Is it yes? Is it no? Because if you use your brain and you actually read that, it literally states different versions. Okay, well, there's only one version, unless you're talking about another console, like the PS4 or the PS5 version. See what I'm saying? You got the PS5 version, you got the PS4 version, you got the PS3 version. But the problem is that particular setting is only on the PS5 and Series X version by default without any updates. That was the freaking question that I asked. And it couldn't just simply say yes or no and actually be correct. It just said yes at first and then turned around and said no. I mean, I'm just saying, but does that make any sense to anybody? That is literally called misinformation because they're trying to claim that even if you're on basically on a PS4 version, that yes, it has that setting without an update, which is clearly a lie. So, there is that. And then there's actually a lot of stuff where they don't even, they don't even say that. They'll just, you'll look up something and it'll say no. And it's like, but I just tested and it says yes. Or it'll say yes and then you'll test it yourself and it'll be a no. Okay, here's a couple other examples. The golf club and the the golf club and the golf club 2. If you look up online, can you play the career mode offline with no internet connection? It says yes, you can. Okay. Well, I bought them. I tested it. You can't. You still need internet to play the freaking career modes on. Well, technically, the first one didn't have career mode, but if you buy the collector's edition, it does come with something else, and I think they might have added a career mode. But the Golf Club 2 has a career mode right off the rip, no update required, and guess what? You need internet for it, even though Google says, no, you don't. Because I was trying to find what would be, what is like the last golf game, right, that you could play without internet. They don't even name the actual one. They name like everybody's golf. It's like, okay, that's not the last one though. And I'm not talking about, I mean, it could be the last one. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. But here's the thing. I was talking about a simulation golf, not a cartoony golf game, right? So when I'm sitting there talking about simulation, and they're pointing out like everybody's golf and this, that, and the other, it's like, wait a minute, this don't even make any sense. And then on top of that, it's one of those things where, it's the last golf game that you can truly play offline without internet is Rory McIlroy's PGA Tour Golf. That's it. That is the last one. If you want an actual golf game to play without internet being required, that is the one you have to get. Because anything after that, apparently, besides everybody's golf, which is not exactly simulation, requires internet for career mode. And it's like, why would you make the one mode require internet? That makes no sense. I mean, here's basically what I'm going to point out, okay? So, take Madden 25 as an example. Do you need internet to play the game? Yes and no. What do I mean? Well, you could do quick play without internet. You could do franchise without internet. There's a few different things you could do without internet. However, if you try to play the story mode, which I don't see a point in playing, you have to have internet for it. And actually, funny enough, they actually put it right there too, where it says career, live events, online play. Now, if you go to quick play, you'll see where it even states couch co-op, live rosters, custom games. When it says couch co-op, you can clearly play it offline, obviously. But the thing is it's like, okay, well, when it comes to Madden, I'm okay with not having the story as long as I could do my franchise offline. Which you can. You could do franchise offline. At least, unless they've changed something, you've been able to do it forever now. Now, I know it says simulation, management, and online leagues, but you don't have to do the online leagues. That's the thing. So, But what my point is golf don't really have a franchise mode. It does and it doesn't. Like it does, as in what's called career mode, because that's about as franchise as you get. And then the problem is with the golf games, when you can't even do career mode, the only thing you can do is go in, just play golf on some courses, and that's pretty much it. I mean, outside of that, there's, just nothing there. Like, that's basically all you can do. It's about freaking foodie, but hey, tell them about it. But yeah, whenever you go on Google and people just look up anything and everything, they believe everything that pops up. And you shouldn't. You really friggin' shouldn't. Wow, you could do really up that high? Holy crap. We'll do one. I like how they do have that. But yeah,
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we're running it back with the two teams from Super Bowl VI. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. We'll go play action. It's Prescott. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be
Oh,
the
yeah.
first points of a ball game, is pretty uncommon.
Madden
but
25
great
is
job there by the
very,
defense,
very balanced.
capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
On top of all that
So
other
now,
stuff.
following the safety to open the scoring, it's 2-0, and here's the free kick from the 20. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
I want to check something real quick. All right. So I just thought about this because maybe somebody might just say, well, when you looked up the Grand Theft Auto 5, you did put in the PlayStation 5 version and then it said other versions. Okay. I just typed in, does Grand Theft Auto 5 have the screen kill effect option on PS4 without an update? I know for a fact that it does not. Because, again, I tested it. I shut it off, right? I shut off the internet. I plug in the game. I install it. I look for the setting. It's not there. However, if you look at Google, here's what they say. Yes, the screen kill effect is available on the PS4 version of Grand Theft Auto 5 without requiring an update. And you can toggle it on or off in the in-game settings menu under the display options. This feature adds visual effects to the screen, such as a quick zoom in and out, camera shake, or a screen pulse that occur when a player gets a killing blow in multiplayer, according to one Reddit thread. But the part that's actually highlighted is, yes, the screen kill effect is available on the PS4 version of Grand Theft Auto 5 without requiring an update. Well, that's not true. And if you don't believe me, look it up yourself and then turn around and plug in the game, turn off the internet, install it, and see if you can find that option. Because I got a funny feeling you ain't going to find it. Because it ain't in there. You got to update the game. Now, the reason why I put in PS4 is because, well, Xbox One, you kind of need internet one way or another for pretty much just about anything. But on PS4, you don't. So, yeah, go ahead and plug in Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4 version. Turn off the internet, install it. See if you can find that setting, because I got a funny feeling you can't. Because it ain't there. You got to update the game first. Because I tried it myself. So, yeah. Again, everybody trusts everything that they type in on Google, and then, oh yeah, by the way, this is also an AI overview on top of that. I'm just pointing out the obvious, but they're so full of crap they play in it. And not only that, they're so full of crap they could start a crap factory. So yeah, and there's no way to even report it, because when you try to like report it, it's like there is no report for false information. Nothing. So it makes no sense. And then I just did the deeper dive into the AI thing. So they dig even deeper. Yes, Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation 4 includes a screen kill effect option without needing a specific update. The feature has been part of the PS4 version since its release and was even available on earlier versions. The screen effect, which is a gray or white flash that appears when you kill an enemy, can be turned off in in-game settings. So they dug even deeper and still came up with essentially the same answer? Okay, again, why don't you guys plug in a PS4 copy to a PS4 of Grand Theft Auto 5, turn off the internet, make sure it's not on, and then try to find that setting, because I guarantee you're not going to find it. Because it's not freaking in there. They didn't start actually making that setting in like without updating the game until like Red Dead Redemption 2. Because if you have a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2, you plug it in with no update, yeah, the settings in there, you can turn it off. But not on Grand Theft Auto 5. And Google says, yeah, it's in there. And Google's deep dive says, or, the deep diving, like going even, searching even further, yes, it's still in there. And what's highlighted on this, the deep dive one, the highlight is, yes, Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation 4 includes a screen kill effect option without needing a specific update. Yeah, okay. And then, but see, this is the type of stuff that starts fights and arguments. Because when you have people sitting there saying, yes, it does, yes, it does, yes, it does, and you know for a fact that it doesn't, that starts an argument. Because here's the problem with a lot of freaking people, including my own freaking brother, okay? Let me explain this to you. When you know the fact and you tell them to test it themselves and they sit there and go, no, it's because they know the freaking crap is wrong and they know that you are right. Because if they thought you were wrong, why don't they test it? Them freaking selves. You see my point? Because if you think that somebody's wrong, okay, test it. No, I don't want to. I don't have to. Yes, you do, because you're the one saying that, Grand Theft Auto 5 with that setting, as an example, I know for a fact it's not there because I tested it myself. Unless you update the game on PS4, it's not there. So if you turn off the internet and install the game, that setting is not there. Okay? Now, after you update the game, whoopsie, there's the setting. Right? But here's the problem. When you try to tell somebody, okay, well then you go test it, and they're like, no, why not? I mean, that's the only real way you're going to know, right? But what it is a lot of people like that are way too afraid of being proven wrong. They can't stand to be wrong. Because they look online, they see Google, and they say, well, they ain't trying to say. I don't care what that says. I think it's full of crap. So, yeah, there's that.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll stay on the ground with Achane, and that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Once again, it's Achane. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, Sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give to Achan, heading right. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Javon Achan.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the time.
Oh, yeah, I figured out how to really use this, by the way.
As much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of.
All right, so to explain the way that works, when you hold it and it goes up and it charges all the way up, do not go to the red little dot at the very top of that arrow, because when you do, then it causes the whole arrow to kind of, go back and forth. So then it's sort of, the kick might not actually go in for a good goal. You know what I mean? Goal, whatever you want to call it. But the point is if you let it get all the way to the top like you're trying to max it out, it'll just swing back and forth, and then it could pretty much go anywhere when you kick it. So
next thing you know, he hits his head.
You just don't want it to hit that red dot at the top. Now, obviously, when you're kicking it off, like right here, it's fine. But you see the red dot at the top?
After the touchdown, Myers is back to.
You want to stop before that red dot whenever it comes to hitting, when you're kicking a field goal.
Here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive.
Oh, yeah. This is a question, I guess, for EA Sports. Why is there still no body prints in the snow, just out of curiosity? Yeah, I'm just wondering, because it's like something that's super simple. I mean, you got it set up to where you can do footprints. You can't do the same thing with like a body print. You could have did it on PS4 or an Xbox One, but you didn't. Makes no sense. Heck, you're still not doing it. That's like one of the only downgrades to Madden games is the fact that there's no body prints, because everything else seems like it's pretty good. Now, they did upgrade the snow. So, when you look at the freaking snow on here versus like the other Madden games, this one has like, a lot more snow.
By a couple of scores, the margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Pistol now for Prescott. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Got a man. That's Tolbert.
Dang. I just couldn't catch him.
Jalen Tolbert. Dallas.
Man.
Third down.
I could not catch him at all.
Picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the
That's a
field
good
and in
throw.
the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made
something else
the
too.
kicker too late.
Just the other day when I was playing this, I actually blocked a field goal, and I'm like, man, I don't even know if I've ever even done that before. Because it seems like every Madden game that comes out, you can't do it.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one
Hang
go.
on, you
It'll
trying to
go
knock
through
the ref
end
out?
zone. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's into the hands of Smythe, the tight end. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Miami.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run up the middle with Achane. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Tua to Tyreek for the Dolphins first.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run right here. It's Achane. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw is Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are...
And that's going to be picked.
Woo, let's go. Let's freaking go. Come on, baby.
The 20.
Whoopsie.
And he's going to bring this one.
Yeah. Let's go.
Down Miami. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop.
Yeah, see, the funny thing is you know, on previous Madden games, the other team could always freaking just get, you know, interception after interception. But your team could almost never get an actual interception. Kind of really sucked, you know?
On the offensive side. Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are able to extend their first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Prescott on first down. In the middle of the field, it's taken by CeeDee Lamb. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. Here's Dak to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with first and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. Second down and 8. On the ground is Achane. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Hill brought in motion. On first and 10, it's Achane. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Here's Achane. He'll work forward, a short gain to the 25. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. Here's third and 2. Man in motion is Berrios. On third down, they'll go with Achane. He's going nowhere. That call not the right one. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to extend their first quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there.
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and
this defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
you hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On the carry, here's Achane. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. 3rd down coming up.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll run with 8 change. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And that is it.
Oh, you freaking dropped it.
Took a shot here at the end of the quarter.
He
but it
freaking
comes up
dropped it.
incomplete. Dak can throw it here on first down. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to.
And he's going to go down.
Let's go.
He has been under fire all game long. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack. 3rd and long. Prescott now. This offensive line just has
Yeah,
no
baby.
answers right now.
Let's go.
It's another sack. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
On the return, here's Washington. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. A handoff. It's Achane heading left. Up the sideline at the 35. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Tua. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. And 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, Achane. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. And that is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times. And
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. 24-yard pickup. as they convert on 4th down.
They pulled out all the stops on that fake, Mike, and it's one thing to call that in practice. But then to have the guts to call that and execute it in a real game, I mean, that takes some real confidence, and it worked out to perfection and just an incredible play all around.
Now, H.A. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a handoff to Achane, running left. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's a 3rd and 10.
All right, come on.
To throw is Tua. He's got it at about the 8. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's Achane. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Javon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And he's going to go
Woo,
down
look at
yet
that
again.
sack.
He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes
No
a
freaking way.
60-yard
All right, let's see this.
attempt. His kick
He
is
got it too.
good.
Wow.
From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
Nice job.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
He's down close to the 35-yard line.
That was a heck of a kick to go that
Dolphins
far.
offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Tua going to give it to Achane. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's caught downfield by Smith. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 30 yards.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
A run up the middle with Achane. They'll power it. Push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Tua gonna throw. This is caught at the 2. And he's gonna be taken down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll go big. 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Miami. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
The open man is Tolbert, and they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
They'll throw again. Dak. They'll get this out quickly to Lamb. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd.
And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins will add one more onto their big lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Now Dowdle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a clinic tape as far as how do you rush the quarterback. From all 3 levels, their ability to get the quarterback on the ground is pretty remarkable, and it's still early here in the game, and if this offense doesn't get going here and protect the quarterback, we could be looking at a record-setting performance.
Here's Brian Anger now as he is on to punt for Dallas. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play. That is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Man in motion is Berrios. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
What?
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Man in motion is Berrios. A run out of the gun with Achane. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Back to throw is Tua. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground is Achane. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. Once again, it's Achane. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Into the secondary again. And he will score again. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins add on to their already sizable lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. A handoff here up the middle. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Anthony Walker there to make the tackle. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, Malik Washington. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Deron Bland with the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's 2. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. Fake the handoff, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Boy, they are
Micah
really trying to come
Parsons,
back.
too tough to stop. Gets in to bring him down.
The rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this is going to
Well,
be...
how the freak you gonna drop it, man?
So
Come on now. You freaking serious? You're wide open.
Doesn't matter. They've turned it over on down.
Oh, man.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. To the ground, a first down run. And he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now a second down throw for Prescott. A throw on the move is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will get just a bit closer. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. On first down, Tagovailoa. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and that a first down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 2 and out on first down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. He's got his man. It's Hill. And they are are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Tua. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
On the ground, they're setting up a reverse, but he'll keep it himself. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Third and goal.
Ready, shot. Out.
They'll run with a chance. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Here's Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. Toward the sideline, that's pulled in by Lamb.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Cowboys will cut into that lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring that out, a poor one. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive. So we hit halftime here in South Florida, and the Dolphins are in the lead. As we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Washington now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And a short pickup to about the 30. Tua. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike, living in these third and long.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now, Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This guy's really in his zone right now, Mike. He's rushing with such confidence that it doesn't matter who they put on him. He thinks he's going to win every matchup, and with the rest of the time remaining here in the second half, the offense is going to have to change some things up. It's less about who blocks him and how we block him, because right now, one-on-one, it's just not getting the job done. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. And
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. In motion, it's Waddle. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins stretch things out even further. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw is Prescott. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Here's Dak to throw. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Cowboys.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Prescott now. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go. And the Cowboys cut into the lead a little bit. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll motion the tight end Smith. From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Miami.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. And despite having this big lead here in the 2nd half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
He's got this complete. That's Smith. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Marked down at the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Tua. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium.
And he's in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll take this up to the 30. A pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Dowdle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Off he goes. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson down the sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Off play action, it's Tua. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. On 2nd down, here's Tagovailoa. He's got Berrios. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
1st and 10. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Mozzie Smith, the former 1st-round pick, makes the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And it's a very good return. He nearly broke it, setting up his offense inside the red zone. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down.
Who needs a quarterback when your special teams unit can be the ones to move the chains? I mean, the offense couldn't do it in 3 downs, so what do? You say, all right, punt team, you guys take care of 4th. But in all seriousness, great job catching the defense off guard, and now the offense has another shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements. They got there quick. Take them down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now 2 at a throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
This throw right side is caught by Hill. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Dolphins will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll throw again. Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. So a big mistake there. Roughing call on the field goal try. It gives them an automatic 1st down. To throw is Dak. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Dowdle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And that is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender?
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Here's Prescott. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Washington now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Here's H.A. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. On second down, Achan. And he's into the end zone yet again. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Miami. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. On the ground, it's Dowdle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Play action now. Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. Cooks going in motion. Dak going to throw it here on first down. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. In motion, Lamb. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground is H.A. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he's taken down up past the 35. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin, most passing yards ever in a game. Van Brocklin at 554 over 70 years ago, 1951. Help from the O-line, help from the receivers, an incredible performance, an NFL record set here. And that last throw will be the one that does it. He has now set the NFL record, most passing yards in a single game. They'll run with H.A. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Tua gives it to Mostert. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Looking for Berrios downfield. And he will score. Braxton Berrios. Touchdown, Dolphins. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys' offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, it is not very often where I am at a loss for words. You know that by working with me. But let's just set this stage. They just allowed a modern NFL record 13 sacks in one game. I mean, to say this is absurd would be a dramatic understatement. And I hate to say it, but performances like this, people lose their jobs over.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Prescott. And it's complete.
So, what, I broke like 2 records then? One, the most sacks in a game, and then like the other one is the passing yardage.
He's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, And the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Man in motion is Berrios. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days.
Yikes.
That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. That'll be caught along the sideline. Good work there.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down. Again, Prescott to the air. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Prescott again. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air again. Prescott. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. This one is caught by Turpin. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Third and short. Prescott. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Cavante Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, it's not going to be enough. In the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now Tua. He's got Berrios. It's complete. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. First down, Prescott. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Prescott now. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's caught in stride by the Cheetah. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. A run up the middle with Achan. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Play action. Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw is Prescott. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Dak to throw. That's going to be caught. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
And he can't hang on through the contact. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw is Tua. This one complete to Hill. Still going. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Miami. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2. They'll motion the tight end Smith. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Prescott. "20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Cowboys." Throwing is Prescott. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. There's that man again. Another catch. 14 yards on that pass play there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Prescott. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Deuce Vaughn. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. That one knocked away and incomplete. Here's Tua now on 2nd down. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring it. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete.
My guy didn't even turn around.
Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action now. Prescott. High throw, but it's reeled in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In motion, Lamb. Dak facing 3rd and long. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Tua. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over.
I keep messing up on that. I don't know why, but I just keep messing up on that one.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A hit, and he has lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterbacks, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter. Quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on downs. Prescott on 1st down. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First down, Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Woo! Let's go! Come on, baby! Let's go!
And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Sanders here for the extra point. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. You could have just lined up for 2 and gone for it. Instead, they try this and come up empty. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Cowboys. Back to throw is Prescott. He's got that complete to Turpin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Again, Prescott to the air. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So a win here for the Dolphins. And they were able to run up a big point total here, higher even than the 72 points put up by Washington in 1966. That was the previous record. They were able to surpass it in this one. An incredible record-setting offensive performance.
Oh, that was a good game.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico.
So,
you've been watching the
yeah.
NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
All right. So, anyways, yeah, that'll probably be it for this one. That will conclude. Well, I'm gonna adjust the title. That'll and then I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I'm gonna change the title anyways. That concludes game 1 because that's what I'm gonna title it as instead of part 1. It's gonna be game 1. So, anyways, yeah. So that concludes game one. And if you guys enjoyed, please give it a big fat thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. If you do, please turn your post notifications on. Make sure to set them to all. Thanks for watching. Have a great and blessed day, and I'll catch you later.